Hello, my dear boys of 11th class. Yesterday, the three important laws are the rules, are the theories, are the principles in writing the electronic configuration. Those three rules were: rule number one was Aufbau principle, number two, Pauli's exclusion principle, and third was Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So after understanding the three rules, now today we take some examples. Yesterday only we understood the rules. Today we take some examples, then we understand what are those three rules so that we can write electronic configuration according to the quantum mechanical model. Okay, let us start with the first element, hydrogen, atomic number 1. So only one electron that has to go to the 1s1 because 1s1 is the least energy atomic orbitals according to the Aufbau principle. So please be ready with the Aufbau principle so that you will understand this today's topic of discussion. Second, helium, atomic number 2. Two electrons will go to the 1s because capacity of each atomic orbital is 2 with opposite spin. So one is spin up, one is spin down. Lithium, atomic number 3. Two electrons in the 1s2, the next orbital here is 2s. So only one electron, though the capacity of s electron is 2, s orbital is 2, but there are only 3 electrons in the lithium. So 2 electrons in the 1s and 1 electron in the 2s, totally 3 electrons. So it is 1s2, 2s1. Beryllium, atomic number 4, 1s2 and 2s2. So please see the Aufbau principle, that arrow mark. Boron, atomic number 5, 2 electrons in the 1s, 2 electrons in the 2s, then fifth electron enters the 2p. Here where it will go? In 2p there are 3, 2px, 2py, 2pz. All three are degenerate. So electron will have choice to enter any one of these three orbitals because all are having equal energy. So I have taken 2px1. For carbon, 2 electrons in the 2p, where they go? Will they go in the 2px because the capacity of 2px is 2? So why I have not taken 2p2 here, 2px2 here? Here comes the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. As long as place is available, they don't prefer pairing. So 2p is further divided into 2px, 2py, 2pz according to the orientation, that is the magnetic quantum number. So each orbital can take 2 electrons. When space is available, why they go for pair up? So for pairing, there is a lot of energy required. So why they waste energy? Therefore, one in the 2px, one in the 2py, or 2py, 2pz left to you. But they will not pair up in the same orbital as long as place is available. So one electron in the 2px and one electron in the 2py. Now nitrogen, there are 3 electrons in the 2p. Is it 2px2, 2py1, or is it 2py2, 2pz1, or is it 2px1, 2pz2? No, all three wrong, because Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. These 3 electrons will go as long as electrons are, place is available. So place is available here. So in the px, py, pz, it is available, no? So one electron each, that too what? That too in the same spin. Okay. So here you see, this is one way of writing using the box diagram. 2 electrons in the peaks with opposite spin, spin up. Here there are 3 electrons in each orbital. Okay, but the problem is, out of the 3, 2 are spin up, 1 is spin down. No, either you should go all the 3 spin up or all the 3 spin down. So that is the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. As long as a place is available, they don't prefer pairing. All the 3 will occupy 3 orbitals, the 1 electron each, the 2 with the same spin. That is the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So accordingly, this is the correct using the box diagram. Okay, yeah. Oxygen, 2p4. How? Now here 4 electrons, 1 electron here, 1 electron here, 1 electron here first. Then the fourth will has to be pair up because there is no choice. 5 electrons in the 2p. 1 1 1 3 हो गया. Now 2 more. One will pair up here, one will pair up here. So 2 2 1. Neon 1s2 2s2 2p6 fully filled. Stable. Now I have taken argon 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s2 3p6. Okay, all filled. Here I have taken extra. What I have made? I have arranged in the increasing order of principal quantum number. 1, this is n equal to 1 here. So n equal to 2 2 I have made one side. So this is comes under the, both comes under the L shell, and these two comes under the M shell. So I have arranged in the K element type according to Bohr theory. So in K 2 electrons, in the L 2 plus 6 8 electrons, and in the M 2 plus 6 8 electrons. So argon according to ninth class 288, according to 11th class 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s2 3p6. Because in the 11th class we learn orientation, no? So SPDF will come. Otherwise in the 9th class we don't learn about the orientation, so we write 288 form. Potassium 1s19 atomic number, 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s2 3p6. Next level is 4s1 up to here 18. 19th electron will go enter in the 4s orbital, so 4s1. Now this I have arranged in the again K element type. So this is K, n equal to 1, n equal to 2 2 L shell, n equal to 3 here for both M shell. For this s orbital n equal to 4, it goes to the nth shell. Okay, so in the K shell how many? 2 electrons. In the L shell 2 plus 6 8 electrons. In the M shell again 2 plus 6 8 electrons. But in the N shell 1 electron. Now you compare ninth class with 11th class. In the ninth class for potassium what we wrote? We wrote a 289. Okay, why? Because that time we were not doing the orientation. Actually, it is a 2881. He has written 2881 only, but the boys are asking the question, why, sir, the capacity of M is 18? Why the 19th electron will not go into the M? Why did he has taken 2881? It is because there are orientation. So, 4s energy level comes afterwards as per the AFO principle. So, after fulfilling the 3s 3p, next atomic orbital which is higher level is 4s. So, that 19th electron enters the 4s1 making which opens the nth shell, main n shell, that is n equal to 4. So, that one electron goes to the n according to the Bohr's theory. So, this is 289 as per the ninth, or as per the ninth 2881. Why that time we were not answering? Now answer is here. In the same way, scandium. In the scandium you see 21st electron enters where? 3d. But remember, before 3d 4s fills. Though 4s belongs to the fourth principal quantum number, why it is filling first before the 3? Because here comes the Bohr-Bury rule, n plus L rule. For 4s, what is n plus L? N equal to 4, S equal to L equal to 0 for the S. So 4 plus 0, 4. For 3D, what is n plus L? N equal to 3, L equal to for D how much? S equal to 0, then P equal to 1, D equal to 2. So L value for the D is 2. So 3 plus 2, 5, 4 plus 0, 4. So N plus L whose value is less, that will have the lower energy level. So this is strictly according to the N plus L Bohr's-Bury rule. So 4s fills first, then 3D fills next. But here I have arranged according to K element, K, L, M and N. Accordingly 2, 8, 9, 2. Chromium, atomic number 24. This is according to the above 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d4. Okay, now the problem is I have written here in the K element. So K, L, M, N. Please see the arrangement in the 3D. In the 3D there are 4 electrons. Remember the last topic of yesterday's discussion was half filled and fully filled are stable because of what? Symmetry and exchange energy. So here in the case of chromium, 3D is 4. So this 3D4 is close to 3D5. What is 3D5? 3D5 is half filled for d orbital. What is the capacity of d? It is d10. d10's half is d5. So 3d4 is very close to 3d5. So chromium thinks I am very close to 3d5. Why can't I become 3d5 so that I can become more stable than 3d4? For that, it is requesting the hello 4s orbital. You give one electron to me. I will become 3d5. I am more stable. So that time one of the 4s electron jumps to the 3d4, making it to 3d5, so that 3d5 is more comfortable. Stability is acquired. 4s is not worried because you see 4s is outermost. If you write like this, no, in the as per the above, it is 4s is inside. So 4s1 3d5 and then arrange according to k element 3d5 4s1. So to make scandium more to make a chromium more stable, one of the 4s electron will go to the 3d, making 3d4 to 3d5 extra stability, then comfortable. So this is the rule for extra stability because of half filled and fully filled. In the case of copper, you see it is 3d9 4s2. Again 3d9 is close to the 3d10 fully filled, which is more stable. So here same rule. So if one electron jumps to 3d9, it becomes 3d10 fully filled, happy. So it becomes 4s1. That's why in the case of fully filled, half filled, if it is required, they will undergo understanding, so that some one electron will jump here, make it 3d5 or 3d10, and it is more stable. That's why chromium and copper are special case of electronic configuration because of what? Half filled, fully filled stability. Now the values of all the four quantum numbers for 2p is what? Okay, this is 2p orbital, n equal to 2, n equal to 2. For p, what is L value? L value is 1. And for the 2p, what are the how many orientation? There are 3 orientation: px, py, pz. -1, 0, +1. M value. Yes, sir. Either here in the 2p capacity is 2 electrons. So if it is 1 electron, either spin up, spin down. If there are 2 electrons, one will be spin up, one will be spin down. So M S value is what? Spin value is either plus half or minus half. So these 4 are the values for the 4 quantum numbers for the 2p orbital. Now you see, write the electronic configuration of the elements with Z equal to atomic number equal to 17. After writing number of p electrons, so this is the electronic configuration according to the above principle. The number of p electrons, here 6, here 5, totally 11. Number of filled orbitals, filled. Here there are 3, 2px, 2pi, 2pz. So 1 filled, second filled, 3, 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 6, 6 is here, 3px filled, 3py filled but not 3pz. So totally 2 here, 1 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 2 8, 8. Number of half filled, this is the only half filled, only one. Now arrange the electrons representing by the following sets of quantum number in decreasing order of energy. N equal to 4, fourth level. L equal to 0, it is 4s orbital with no orientation, one one electron with that spin. N equal to 3, 3. L equal to 1, so it is 3p. Okay, but here M is one orientation. Okay, M equal to what is that orientation? Either 3px, 3py or 3pz, anyone you can. You are most welcome to take anyone. So I have taken 3pz. Here what is the orientation? -1, 0, +1. It is a +1. So I have taken last one 3pz. Now this is n equal to 3, 3. L equal to, for L equal to means 3d, 3d. M is M equal to 0 means what? Actually no orientation. Okay, but S equal to 1 plus spin up. So any one orientation, because we don't out of 3, which is out of 5, which is the orientation. So you are most welcome to take any one orientation. So it is 3d orbital. Okay. Now what is the fourth orbital? N equal to 3, 3. L equal to 0, then yes, 3s. It is 3s. So this is what? This is 4s. This is 3p. This is 3d. This is 3s. If you see the energy of atomic orbital, 3d will be the higher than the next decreasing order. This is what? Decreasing order. So this is the decreasing order from 3d to the 3s. Now write the values of azimuthal and magnetic quantum numbers when n equal to 2, L equal to 0, 1. Okay. For n equal to 2. For n equal to 2, what are the L values? 0 and 1. So M value 0 for L equal to 0 and -1, 0, +1 for L equal to 1. Please refer the quantum number chapter. Write the 4 quantum numbers for the 21st electron in the scandium, last electron, where it is 3d1. Okay, n equal to 3. Okay, so D, L equal to 2, only one electron. Okay, out of 3, any one possibility, all the possibilities are there, but you take any one. Then what is the spin? Only one is there, either spin up or spin down. So n equal to 3, L equal to 2, M, these are the 5 orientation. Okay, but one is occupied, or remaining 4 are khali, empty. Then one is spin up or spin down. So this is the route what we have studied. Please go through. This is the route we have studied. Okay. Now, after the stability of completely and half filled, the end for the beginning, because every moment is a fresh beginning. So tomorrow onwards, we go for the next fresh chapter with fresh mood. Thank you, my